High Mech Tech. High Mech Tech is the last research we need in order to access androids. Androids have been such a key thing that we've been aiming towards this entire series, and we're maybe 1 or 2 researchers away from finally being able to do it, and most importantly, being able to fix Leo, who's been asleep, in a slumber, a deep, sleepy, EP slumber, for however many years he's been here. It says he's age 17. I'm not sure if I believe that if we've been here for 15 years, but, you know, we'll take that. So welcome to Android Authority, episode 17. And yes, the main goal for today's episode, high mech tech androids, fixing Leo, building androids, and turning all of the rest of our slaves, apart from Jansen, into neutral-amine incubators in order for us to fuel our android army and go from there. So if you enjoy any of this, consider liking, subscribing, and making sure you tell your mum about it, the important things. I think we're going to start today's episode mainly by forcing everybody to work on the research stuff, get Dutch and everybody to get in here, bash out research, just so we can get the things that we need. And as soon as we get that, we are absolutely plain sailing. We've got loads of resources and everything. We've got an area set up ready for androids. I think we can then start probably working towards going to the moon. In order to do that, we need like the large pod launchers and stuff. I think it's the first time I've ever used Rimworld, so I mean, let's hope that this is right. So I can prep like a little like spaceport over here. Sick. And trait depressive. What a way to start today's episode. Colonists Moppen's constant stress has made their depression permanent. Bearing in mind, Moppen has not got much longer left on this planet. Their neutral-amine incubation has left them severely chemically damaged. He's 71 years old. I'm sorry. Unlucky, bro. There's not much else I can say about that, honestly. Just kind of, you know, RIP. And with us accessing nuclear armaments as well last episode, I think we're going to kind of go fully into nuclear weapons. I don't know, I've never used nuclear weapons because I'm always like, oh, it's going to blow up the base, it's going to ruin everything and make everything really stinky. But if we are using androids, and I mean, I will mechanically improve Jones, Jean, Bobber, Robbie, and Jansen so they are like more impervious to the elements. Nuclear weapons does sound like something I might be quite interested in, especially if we just make them at machining tables, you know? Nukes of all sizes, why not, you know? And a raid from the Beggar Nation. They've heard that our walls have been breached by mechanoids, and yeah, they still have been breached. So we've got some Neanderthals that have turned up to have beef with us. Is there only 2? There's 3 Neanderthals that are attacking us. Which storyteller are we on at the moment? Randy Random is sending us 3 Neanderthals, and that's it. That doesn't seem quite right. I'm not gonna lie. That does seem a little bit odd, in fact. That shouldn't be that easy. But I'm gonna set everyone to go range to search and destroy. I can't hide inside because our walls have been breached. Whether or not they'll walk over the IEDs, I'm not sure. It looks like they are starting to walk towards my IEDs. Are you gonna activate any of them? Neanderthals from the Beggar Nation are fleeing. Oh dear. Oh no. Whoops. This one survived, which is honestly impressive. Jesus, fair play, bro. You know, maybe my placement of IEDs wasn't the smartest. You know, I don't think I'd fit as being part of a organization that does a lot of heinous crimes, honestly. Unlucky Toxo. Don't walk over that one as well. Okay, he's just running. Jesus Christ. I love landmine. We've made ourselves another robot. A little friend here, a Protectron. Now, riddle me this. Protectron looks lovely. He's lovely, lovely graphics here. But when you look at Hatmaker, he's all pixelated. Like, why is there a difference? But we have a Protectron. What do you do? Faye Wise, 69, nice, years old. 8 single passion in melee, kind of okay at socializing. Absent-minded, bisexual, simple-minded. How can you be absent-minded and simple-minded? Do they cancel each other out? Kind and undergrounder. You've got lots of lasers and things. You just kind of wander around and do your thing. Congratulations. There it is. High mech tech. Now show me androids. No. Okay, we go for a reroll. Android tech. There it is. There it look at it all. So many things. Only 2,000 research and a load of resources, and we're there. Holy moly, I am so excited. There it is. android tech. The research I was looking for all these episodes, only to find it was locked behind something I didn't even want to go into. It's complete. It's done. Android tech has been accomplished. Now, I've never used Android tech. I've got no idea what I'm doing with it. So this is going to be a big learning curve with me, as it was for the Empire mod. Android Park Workbench, we definitely need that. Android Creation Station, we definitely need that, but it doesn't rotate, so it's going to go there instead. Android Behaviorist Station, we probably want that, I'd imagine. And of course, a Neutro Casket. How else are we going to bring Leo back without a Neutro Casket? This was probably the most important one, and it's probably the one that's going to actually be able to bring him back from the dead. Oh my god, this is exciting. And who better than Jones to be creating the Neutro Casket? The thing that I hope will be able to bring Leo back from basic death. It's been so long since we've had one. Jones, please carry Leo. Can we carry him in? Can we do something with him? And yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what Jones is doing. He's taking him to the Neutro Casket, giving him a refill. Ignore the fact that we've just been able to build settlement asphalt highway buildings. That's what we like, obviously. We've had loads of taxes. Oh my god. Stop! We've got silver. We've got some kidneys. Settlement research, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Put Leo in. And there he is. Right, he's in. Now, we just need somebody to refuel the Neutro Casket. Okay, so we refueled it. Chuck him in. Put Leo in. Neutro loss extreme. Is that changing, though? Neutro amine is going down in the machine, so it must be going back inside of him. Have we done it? Have we been able to fill him back up with Neutro amine? Now, obviously, his power is all the way out, right? We need to get him a new power source. So even if he does have his Neutro amine, he's not going to be able to get up anyway. So now we need to be able to fuel him. And I guess once we build all this stuff around him, we will be able to do that. And yeah, there we go. His Neutro amine has just decreased in severity. He's got Neutro loss severe. So theoretically, once we can give him power, if we can give him power, he will then be back up and able to do things. And Neutro amine growth on Moppin as well. Very, very nice. Moppin heard. Moppin heard in his coma. And all of the chemical damage that Leo was back up and had thought that he better would provide some Neutro amine. Lovely. Perfect. So we've now built the Android Workbench. And one of the first things that comes up that I can look at is a reactor. A synthetic Android reactor. Once the reactor is spent, it needs to be extracted and replaced. 10 plasteel, 1 advanced components, 2 components, and 20 uranium. And then we should be able to bring Leo back from the dead. And we can give him all these lovely upgrades as well. Like, perfect. We can give him a middle face weapon mount. Just what he wants, you know? Okay, so we've got a small situation on our hands. I didn't think I'd say anything. I was going to pass it up as nothing. But these wild geese have gone mad, Hunter. This isn't an issue. It's whatever. I just send somebody to go after them usually. However, this goose here, this cute little gander, has decided to go down a corridor and walk straight into an IED. Now, I don't recommend this. For very obvious reasons, I don't recommend this. But it's nice to see that the AI in Rimworld doesn't affect the probability of a goose stepping on an IED. I love Rimworld. I love it way too much, and that shouldn't have amused me as much as it did. And we've now built ourselves the Android Creation Station. So basically, what that means is we can create our own androids. It works the same way as it does for genetics. You have all the different components and everything to make them, and you can make them as however specialized you want, basically. You can have ones that, you know, are really good at shooting, ones that are really good at animal skill, really good at dwarfism, really good at being large, or ones that are really good at having wings. You have pretty much complete control of what you want, which is really, really nice. At the moment, I've got no resources. I'm pretty sure these require advanced components, yeah. And we need a persona subcore. Jesus Christ. Oh, crikey. Okay, so we definitely can't make any at the moment just because it's going to be so expensive. So we're going to leave it for the time being. Maybe that gives us an option to make subcores at some point. I got no idea. Decided as well, I've made a decision that we're going to go back out on the road to go traveling again. At the moment, whilst we can't quite fix Leo yet because we haven't got any uranium, I figured we better go out on the world and see if we can grab some more volunteers as Neutro amine incubators. because at the end of the day, they die. So I will need a almost limitless amount, and the best way to do this is to go around and do the quests, especially whilst Randy Random isn't actually sending us any raiders or anything, and nor are we keeping them alive. Why not? However, the caravan has arrived at the hunting worksite. What have we got here? Looks like an old base that's full of loot, 402 steel, a load of sandstone blocks. Very, very nice. Ideally, we keep the people here alive. That would be quite nice. Jansen, switch to your dart gun. To be fair, it should be Hatmaker I'm worried about, honestly. He's the one that's going to kill these people. And there you go, the area is now safe, and the Tribe's people are fleeing. We did manage to keep one alive. Two alive, in fact. Very, very nice. Let's go through, get the loot, and get out of here. Perfect, so we're very lucky to be able to have 2 lovely prisoners for ourselves. It doesn't really matter what their stats are, because all they're going to be doing is lying in bed all day and feeding me Nutra-Amine. And a raid. A first raid in a long time. Randy Random, please send me more than 3 invaders. It looks like we have quite a few. A decent amount, in fact. All these little piggies. Okay. Not too bad at all. They will obviously just probably go through my kill box here. Fair enough. And has arrived mid-raid. A combat supplier from the Pelios. And they have literally spawned right on top of the piggies up here, throwing down their armaments and absolutely going to town on them. To be fair, they're kind of the exact same tech level. Very nice. Well, free raid, I guess. But the caravan has arrived back. We have our 2 lovely slaves here. If we could potentially arrest them and take them to bed, that would be fantastic. I'm going to immediately, once they get sent to bed and into prison, I will just set them up to have their incubators installed and go from there. Perfect. So we now have another 2 Nutra-Amine incubators in our prisons. That brings the total up to 3. Ignore the hippopotamus. It's just chilling. Moppin over here can tell them stories about how he's been here for absolutely ages and is still somehow alive. I thought Moppin would be long dead by now. I'm not going to lie. I'm very impressed that he's still alive, and I'm very appreciative of him still being alive because the Nutra-Amine he will be providing. But another 2 is very, very nice. Both of them have got their Nutra-Amine incubators installed, apart from you. Very nice. And once again, another armor inspiration. Now, as a reminder, the last armor inspiration gave us Leo's maid outfit. Really not that worth it. And we don't have enough money to either have it as like the maximum one. So I'm going to pay 1,000. If it gives me another maid's outfit, I'll be honest, I won't be impressed. And some pristine ruins have been found nearby. Medium presence, raider presence is currently low, and they are all the way up here. Now, I would usually be like, no, we're not even going to bother too far away, but we do have this lovely highway network that has been set up for us. I sent Jean and the gang on their way to go to this hunting worksite to check it out, see if there's some stuff there, but instead I'm going to send them up here to go to the ruins. 1.3 days, however, they get to go over our lovely asphalt highway. Oh, that's what we like to see. Makes things a little bit quicker, obviously, and a lot more efficient. Our storyteller has changed, and Alfred Ancient is back in charge. Honestly, I kind of miss Igor and Vader. I kind of miss him. At least things like actually happened and we got raided and things. I don't know. Maybe we go back to Igor and Vader for the rest of this series. Let me know in the comments. And the following goods have been received from the Armor Inspiration event: an orbital mech cluster targeter. Oh, okay, well, that's cool, I guess. These are notoriously useless, but, I mean, cool, you know? And a large psychic ship has landed nearby. Randy Random, Alfred Ancient, all these people are absolutely useless. Our wealth, what are we at the moment? We're at about 350k wealth, alright? Pretty good for like a mid to late game colony. What is this? 2 Scythers. What is going on? Maybe if we go back to Igor and Vader, things would be a little bit more like imbalanced. Like maybe if Igor and Vader's here, we'd get absolutely trolleyed by the Empire. I don't know, but this doesn't feel like the game's even trying to stop me at this stage. It's like it wants me to just like to nuke everything until next year. Which is why I've built, how many nuclear IEDs? 35. Alright, that's why we've built 35 nuclear IEDs. I think next episode I will definitely be changing the storyteller permanently back to Igor and Vader again, just to see how it goes. You know, we'll be able to fix Leo and everything. We'll have an android army, hopefully, kind of on the go. We'll go to space. It just makes more sense, I think. And build complete, make reactor. We've done it. There it is, Leo's new power system, his new heart. How do we do it then? Reactor. Install reactor into the stomach. I assume we can do that with anybody because it's a crafting job rather than a hospital job. We're there. Leo is going to be back up again, wandering around, doing his thing, killing everything in sight, and there's nothing nobody will be able to do to stop him, speed things up. He's going to be so confused when he gets up. It's a completely new base from when we first lost him, you know? We've got more slaves, we've got robots to replace other androids and stuff. We're no longer just the sort of helpless and innocent ranch. Leo's ranch isn't a ranch anymore, it's a megapolis. A city. There he is! Leo. Hey, Leo, how are you getting along? I'm okay, I guess. He is okay, he guesses. He's not too sure. He's currently reformatting. He hasn't lost particularly many of his skills. He's still got 29 in shooting, 15 in sharpshooting, 13 in melee, 10 in crafting. Extremely smart. And there he is. He's back. Memory storage is going all the way back up. Leo, let me get a good look at you. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend. Now, obviously, Jansen is currently out and about, going to the pristine ruins. So, Jansen has Leo's Gauss revolver. But there's no reason why we can't upgrade Leo, right? There's no reason why we can't turn him into an absolute monster. So, I mean... Gauss rifle? A Gauss... Let's give him a Gauss rifle. I think that would fit the... No. A Gauss repeater. That would make the most sense. A Gauss repeater. Let's give him an exoskeleton frame. Let's go through the android stuff. Let's just give him all the upgrades that I think that we can get as well. I'm not sure if these are like actual things we can do. An artificial utility slot sounds good. A robot chassis. An artificial paint job. Nice. This is so much cool stuff. Whether we can give all these things to him, I don't actually know. Like an artificial thruster, I got no idea. Doesn't really have much information there for me. But I guess I'll just make things and then we go from there. I think on that note there, we're going to actually call things there. We've ascended to the next level. We've completed the second main goal of this series with only one more goal left to complete. To go to space. I have installed a special mod that I haven't been able to showcase yet this episode in order for us to go to space, which I'm very excited to be able to do. But next episode, we can start working towards getting more androids and going to space and actually being able to not necessarily eliminate all the other colonists and turn them into neutron-amine incubators, but kind of go through them, determine their worth, and go from there. At the moment, I have to build a subcore polyanizer in order to get the sub-persona cores in order to make more androids, so we can't convert all the slaves into neutron-amine incubators yet anyway. But when we can, we probably will, because why not? Why not make everything so much easier and more efficient? And then we can go from there. Unfortunately, didn't get any research for nuclear weapons or anything either this episode, which I was really excited to be able to use. But we can hopefully do that next time. So if you enjoyed today's episode, I'm excited to see the return of the man, the myth, the legend, Leo ID726. Consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.